What's up people, welcome to another Arcane afternoon. The Goblin event is live and this year they made a bunch of changes to this event. First of all, this event is not energy based and it goes on for 2 weeks. The past few events were already not energy based. And now one of the developers, Chinko, made a post on the forum and he said, while energy kits, energy essence farming, energy crafting is being phased for certain events, it will still be central to various major events like Halloween, Winter, Valentine, and few others. So basically what he's trying to say is that for most of the events now we will not need any energy to play them. Only for some big events like the Winter event and the Halloween event you will still need energy to play those events. So now let's have a look at the tier rewards. So for bronze tier you get a centipede banner which is not tradable. For silver tier you get a goblin farmer's elixir, and with this elixir you get 15% extra points for your tier and for your leaderboard. Then you get a deadly dart title. For gold tier you get 2 goblin farmers elixir and you get the new pet in legendary, the fun guy. And for platinum tier you get 3 vanity weapons, the centipede bow, you get centipede chakrams and centipede daggers. The centipede chakrams actually fit my black vanity outfit really well, so I will definitely keep them for this set. Then you get a jewel chest and 2 more goblin farmers elixir and 10 bound awakening gems. Overall, these tier rewards are not the best considering the tiers don't reset after a week. I think one way they could have improved these tier rewards is by adding 10 bound elite awakening gems instead of normal awakening gems, considering the next awakening event is pretty soon. But anyways, let's have a look at the leaderboard rewards, and here you can already see there's no top 50 rewards, there's only top 25 and top 10 rewards. And I think this is also a very big mistake considering this event goes on for 2 whole weeks. So there's only 25 players of each class who can farm this event basically, and the rest of all players in this entire game cannot do anything in this event. But the top 25 rewards are a centipede banner, which looks pretty cool. You also get a centipede wings. These black wings look really cool, but this middle part, this backpack, looks really ugly. Then you get 10 bound elite awakening gems and a flawless finesse jewel. So this flawless finesse jewel is about 50 million gold now, and this banner and the wings in total will maybe be close to 50 million. So overall for these top 25 rewards you get close to 100 million gold. And for the top 10 rewards you get a corrosive badge. It doesn't look the best, but it is tradable, and these top 10 tradable badges sell for around 100 million gold. So even though this badge is ugly, it will still sell for around 100 million gold because these achievement point players will buy these badges. Then you get the corrupted title. You also get 50 bound elite awakening gems. Then you get a corrupted finesse jewel, which is around 150 million gold. You get the top 25 banner and wings, which are close to 50 million gold probably. And the most important thing is you get a vanity set for top 10. So this is supposed to be a frog or a toad, and it does really not look good on the rogue. For mages it also doesn't look that great, but for the warriors it looks actually really good. So I think the warrior one will for sure sell for more gold than the rogue and the mage one. I would estimate that this set will sell for around 200 to 400 million gold for rogue and mage, and for the warrior it will probably sell anywhere between 300 and 700 million gold. So now let's have a look at the token vendor. So at the token vendor you can buy a recipe goblin altar relic, and this recipe you need to craft the goblin altar relic, and with this goblin altar relic you can fight the goblin mother boss in the event map where you can loot halos, and you also get the most points for your tier and for your leaderboard. Or you can just sell the recipe in the auction, and this recipe sells for around 40,000 gold. So then you can buy a new vanity set for 8,500 tokens. This vanity set is very ugly and I would definitely not buy this one. And now let's have a look at the new locked crates. So in this new locked crate is a new pet, the heroic fun guy. And this new pet actually has a really good happiness bonus. For the happiness bonus you get 90 primary stat, 10 all, 25% crit damage, 30% damage stacking, 25% damage reduction stacking, and 25% nature resistance. So then they added a full new set and it's called the Bio set, and there's in total 5 pieces, and when you wear the whole set you get a set bonus. And what's special about the set is that it gives 5% nature resistance and 20 nature damage. Each of these pieces give you the nature resistance and the nature damage. And here on the forum it says new mythic level 86 Bio Beast accessoires focused on poison damage and nature resistance, useful in future dungeons. So here, useful in future dungeons means that they will probably add new Elderwoods maps pretty soon, where the nature resistance and the poison damage, the nature damage, will be useful. So you can definitely consider buying one of these sets. And we also saw the fungi mushroom pet also had nature resistance, so maybe you should also buy one of these pets just so you have one of these for the future Elderwoods maps. But the biggest problem with this locked is that there's no speed sets in these locks. So the Goblin event was always known as the speed set event for the past like 10 years. Every year speed sets dropped from the locked, and this year is the first year where we don't get speed sets from the locked. The same thing happened at the last winter event where no gold loot sets dropped from the locked as well. And about the speed sets, Chinko, one of the developers, also made a post on the forum where he said Goblin speed sets have had their day and there are many in circulation. Sorry for the bad news, but as you have already seen, there's no new Goblin speed set in this event. We appreciate that you enjoy these speed sets and we will be offering something similar in an event in the very near future. So he's saying something similar, so we will probably get some new type of speed items, maybe some speed bracelet, and it will be in an event in the very near future. So if we go to the menu, we can see that the roadmap also got updated and there is a few new events. For example, in July, the Faction Wars, also the Beach Blanket Burglary, but that one kind of sounds like the Pirate Booty event. So in one of these events or a little bit after those events will be an event where we can get some new type of speed items. Maybe we will also get some type of new gold loot item. So one more event that we can see is the Draken Temple Challenge is coming back. So this is going to be the second temple event this year. Usually we always only have one temple event a year. So this temple event kind of came as a surprise. The last time we had a Draken Temple event was in 2022 when I became the #1 rogue for the first time in that event. As you should know, I am the official GOAT of Arcane Legends because I have by far the best temple finishes in all temple events. And I will for sure make a video on the temple event. I also do have a really nice playlist about all of the temple events. I will put the link in the comments. So one more advice that I can give you as the #1 rogue and the GOAT of Arcane Legends is you should buy one of these Vermeer Castle Stones for your damage set. This jewel is just so OP and it gives you so much damage. 10 primary stat and 2.5 crit damage. 2.5 crit damage is about 40 primary stat, the same damage as 40 primary stat. So you get 50 primary stat from this jewel and it's only 40 million gold. So this damage will help you so much in the temple event and it's so necessary if you want to be a top player for your class. If you want to be considered a pro, you will have to place in the top 50, or you could also say top 30 because there will be a lot of alt accounts. So if you place in the top 50, you are basically like a top 30 player of your class. Really consider buying one of these jewels. There's not many of those in the game and they will get a lot more expensive. So these jewels give you 50 primary stat basically, and if you look at corrupted jewels, you can see there are 160 million and they only give you 22 primary stat. So the Vermeer jewel is more than twice as good as the corrupted jewel and it's only a fourth of the price. So my advice for everyone watching the video here, buy one of these before they go up in price. I can guarantee you that these jewels will go up a lot in price when the temple event comes, because everyone will need more damage, and for these jewels there's not many left in the game. So this will be your last chance to buy one of these jewels for 40 million because they will go up a lot in price. Also, while we're at the jewels, there's a new vault and there's 2 new jewels. Both of these give you nature damage, but overall these jewels don't seem to be worth it and I wouldn't recommend buying these jewels. There's also 2 new auras, so this week we got the Venomous Vines aura for 950 platinum. It looks pretty average, but if you have a full green vanity, this aura will look pretty good. And next weekend this aura will be in the store. So there's one more thing I forgot to say. So if you place top 10 in this event, you can also turn your blue vanity into an orange vanity. There's one confusing thing about this because it says this vanity is tradable, as you can see. But on the forum, it says here an optional opportunity to craft your leaderboard reward into a special bound variant. So on the forum, it says it's going to be bound if you turn it orange, but in-game it says it's tradable. So if you're running for top 10 right now, you should definitely try to contact one of the developers to make sure if this one is tradable or not. So this is it with the video. Overall, the developers did a pretty bad job on this event. First of all, they removed the speed sets from the logs. And in addition, again, this event goes on for 2 weeks. And if you don't go for the leaderboard, which is only top 25 for your class, there's nothing you can do in this event. You cannot farm anything. So this is, again, for 99% of all players, this is a dead event and there's nothing we can do in this event. What the developers could have done is they could have added a second portal maybe where you don't get any points for your tier or for the leaderboard, and this map would be basically for everyone to farm, where you can maybe loot some rare vanity and also the boss should drop some gold. Such a small change would already improve an event like this by so much and everyone would be able to farm this event. But right now, again, for the next 2 weeks, there's nothing 99% of all players can do here, and I'm sure a lot of players will just quit the game again for 2 weeks, and it just hurts the game if events like these keep happening. But anyways, this is it with the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see ya in the next video. Bye.